Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be 50 facts about me. Now I could have done a Livingston haul, quite a big one at that, because I was in Livingston today, just sort of refreshing my wardrobe and getting a few bits that were essential. But last week's video was the Gran Canaria haul, and I just thought I don't want to overwhelm the channel with hauls. Okay, so I'm using this sheet here. You just get it off of Google Images. I'm pretty sure it's like the old school one, like when Zoella did it and things. But you know, we're staying true, we're staying original to the whole point of the video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so number one is my full name. It's in the channel. I don't have any middle names. It's just Catherine Patterson. Personally, I hate my second name, and I was so close to legally changing my first name to, what was it? I've got it written down somewhere. Alicia. That was it, but with an, I was trying out different spellings with E's and different spellings with A's. And yeah, I just decided against it. It's not totally ruled out that I would legally change my name. I think there's a small fee involved, but yeah, I'm not a big lover of Catherine. But obviously it's a bit annoying, like with things like this and like necklaces and all, but I don't know. My zodiac sign, they did it a while back where they sort of changed dates slightly, but I am always saying that I'm a Virgo because that is when I was born. I was a Virgo. I haven't quite looked into the traits of a Virgo. The next one is 3 fears. So landing at Corfu, which is ironic because I'm going there again. Landing like abroad, because it's always islands we go to, it just makes it look like you're going to land in the sea right before you land. Dogs is another one, not a big fan, especially when they bark and are jumpy and hyper. I can't. Whereas if it's a well-behaved dog, I know it doesn't bark very much, I can tolerate it. And the third and final fear, which I think every human has, is my ceasing of my existence, basically. Moving on swiftly so that I don't overthink that. 3 things I love. Love to party plan, and there's been one video already and there's another one coming soon. Also love to scrapbook, and I love to play Sims. That's all that I can think of. My best friend, so obvious, everyone watching could probably answer this, which is Neve. It's mad though how you meet somebody and you haven't been friends even for that long, but it just completely changes like the way you approach life, basically. We've known each other since high school, but I think we've been best friends for maybe 3 years. Yeah, because we were quite close in S6 as well. Last song I listened to. I'm just going to say the one that I can remember, which is If I Was a Cowboy by Miranda Lambert. There was a new one that I discovered today, obviously Country. I added it to my playlist, but I can't quite remember the name of it. The next ones are a bit inappropriate, so I'm going to try and keep it as PG as possible while still answering the question, which is 4 turn-ons. It's relationship wise, but I'm going to go for characteristics, right, and like lifestyle rather than the adult side. So somebody has to be ambitious. Like, they can't just be in a low level. I'm in a low level job, but do you know what I mean? Like the bottom tier of a job, and just have no ambition to move up or further themselves or learn new skills. They have to have a plan about like how they can discover new things and all. What else? They have to be kind. And yeah, just have their own opinion. Like, I don't think I could live with someone or be in a relationship with someone who was a pushover, or as me and my dad call it, a Norman, which is just doing what they're told, like, yes dear, whatever you want dear. They need to be able to put up like a bit of a fight and have their own opinions on things and be able to do things by themselves and not wholeheartedly agree with me on absolutely every single thing. Like, I know people hate being in arguments, but it's a natural part of like two people sort of socializing. I've never been in a relationship, but these are the things that I sort of hope for. Another thing, the final thing actually, trying to think. They have to be active, or I'm not the most active person in the world, but they have to maybe like going on the occasional walk, or I'm going to actually broaden this more into taking care of their appearance. So obviously I don't want someone who's like prettier than me, for starters. Which that's a matter of opinion whether you think I'm pretty or not. And yeah, not too much into themselves, but just enough that like they make an effort with the way they dress, you know, shave regularly. Don't mind like stubble, but like an actual beard I'm not in for. So yeah, things like that. 4 turn-offs. Being a slob. So having a really messy house and just not giving two ducklings about anything. It says what colour of wear are you wearing right now, and I'm just going to say go-to colour is black. How many tattoos or piercings do you have? So I have 2 of my ears pierced, and I have a paw tattoo on my leg. So yeah, 1 and 2. It says the reason why I joined Tumblr, but I'm just going to transfer this into the modern day of YouTube. I just wanted to sort of have a bit more of a creative streak in me and share my hobbies. And Neve also does YouTube, so it's a great hobby that we can like sort of participate in together. We do have a lot of the same interests and same tastes in things, but yeah, it's just a bit of fun for me. So I thought, why not make a channel, and if it goes somewhere, great. If it just stays on a smaller scale, I'm completely happy with that as well. How I feel right now, I wouldn't say like completely high on life, but I'm definitely not down in the dumps. I'm sort of just in a very even mood, which is what you want. Like, you're not waking up every day to an unpredictable mood or not knowing how you're going to feel. It's just the same every day. I work on minimal sleep for some reason. No matter how much I sleep at the minute, I'm just always tired, and even if I do sleep even just a little bit, I feel exactly the same, so it doesn't really matter how much sleep I get. Something I really, really want, a Volkswagen Beetle. That is my dream car. And obviously it's not a very practical thing for a first car, because it's quite long and it's got different features to it, but it's also ideal because they don't make them new anymore. They are like second-hand cars. So yeah, when I eventually learn how to drive, that's the one I'm going to be driving, hopefully. My current relationship status is single, but dipping my feet in the dating pond and speaking to a few people. Meaning behind my it's like a website address, but it's pretty obvious the channel name on YouTube. Life of Catherine, my life, what I get up to in my life, what my life's about. My favourite movie / movies: Calamity Jane, Sound of Music, the Sex and the City ones. Can't think of any other ones that are like, yes, I always... Oh, Harry Potter, obviously. How could I miss that out? My favourite songs: Country Girl, Shake It For Me. Shake it for me, girl, shake it for me. And 1 margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margarita shot. Both Luke Bryan songs. My favourite bands: don't have a favourite band. Have a favourite artist who sometimes collaborates, sometimes has a band. Don't have a favourite band. So favourite artist is Luke Bryan. 3 things that upset me: when I feel like I've upset somebody else or done something wrong, when I get told off, and when something doesn't go the way that I think it will go, I can get quite upset about that. Number 20. We're getting there. 3 things that make me happy: spending time with friends, being able to treat myself, like food and shop wise, and just being able to chill as well. I like that. What do I find attractive in other people? Ambition and taking care of their appearance. We've covered this. Someone I miss: Neve. Always. No matter whether I've seen her like 2 days ago or whether I haven't seen her for a month, I will miss her the same amount. I don't know, it always feels like so long ago that I've seen her, and yeah, we always have a laugh and we always have a good time. It's a guaranteed like good time. And we eat food. So what's not good about that? Someone I love: Jacob. My cat. You've met him on this channel before. If you haven't, then go and click on the... I think it's either the Blondie video. Yeah, I think it's the Blondie video. It's one of my baking videos. It's one quite near the beginning of my channel. My relationship with my parents: up and down. I definitely get on more steadily with my dad than my mum, but me and my mum have definitely and finally, since I'm 19, passed the stage of arguing all the time. Some mother-daughter thing when you're in your teenage years, you just can't avoid it, but I think we're past that now, which is quite nice. My favourite holiday is always going to be Greece, Corfu especially. Just has everything you need. Always the happiest in Greece. And yeah, just Greece. My closest Tumblr friend. So I'm just going to say Snapchat, Instagram, social media in general. Obviously it's Neve. We snap each other every day. We update each other on our lives constantly. We can talk about everything and anything. So yeah, it's just nice to have someone who there's no judgment, and it goes both ways. Someone from social media that I would date. Well, I'm speaking to them right now, so not right now like this video, but I'm speaking to them in general on social media. So yeah, a confession. My left side of my body is smaller than the right side, and my toenails, TMI, don't grow out the way, they grow up the way. So it's like curly. 3 things that annoy me easily: loud breathing, loud eating, and someone just like standing in my way in a shop or whatever, and you say excuse me and then like they pretend not to hear you. I just end up barging by, because I do say excuse me a couple of times. Usually you don't get an answer. Barge by, you've said the polite thing. One thing I've lied about: my tattoo being temporary. My pets: Jacob, my cat, That's all. I would definitely get 2 cats in the future, but probably the next pets I'll have is going to be when I live in my own place. So my favourite animals, cats. They just make good companions. Something that's currently worrying me. My 7 AM shift tomorrow morning. I like doing the delivery, it's fine when I'm up, but yeah, it stresses me out a little bit that I need to be asleep by a certain time and I don't have the freedom to lie in, basically. And also that I haven't had a walk today and I've been slightly unhealthy. An embarrassing moment every day of my life. I'm kidding. Probably tripping up in front of everyone in school, or believing that I was getting a row when I wasn't, and saying something in front of a whole entire class. Something that's constantly on my mind when I'm next working, and the ceasing of my existence. It's just a little thing that goes ha 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 in the back of my brain. It did take over my life when I first began this channel. Like, that was me getting towards the end of it and returning to normality. But yeah, it's not the best thing. And when my mind goes silent or I don't have something to think about otherwise, it does come in. Where I work at Marks and Spencer's, but it's not the actual Marks and Spencer's. It's a chain of SSP or a franchise. So yeah, 3 habits I have. Picking my cuticles, because this one especially always has like loose skin. Probably tapping my fingers when I'm bored, and I used to go about doing a creepy whistle. My future goals are, I would say I'm more prepared to look into the future now and think about the future. So I would say just move up in the job that I've got. I want to become a leader in guiding, which is all the things that I mentioned in my chatty makeup video. So if you want to hear more about those things, then go watch that in a couple of weeks. Something I fantasize about, like what name my partner's going to have when I'm older, what my children's names are going to be, which I already have an idea, but obviously there's an element of compromise involved. And what they're going to look like, what I will look like, what will I be doing, what car will I drive, what sort of house will I have, will it be modern, will it be like a quaint cottage like this one, goodness knows. My favourite stores are Beauty Bay, Nasty Gal, and B&M in the range. My favourite foods: pizza, baguettes, pain au chocolats, and Coke Zero. What I did yesterday, I met up with some of my mum's work colleagues. I was allowed to come along because I knew the person that was leaving, so we went out for breakfast and we went a walk. Then I went to a party shop, and I went to B&M. So yeah, something I'm talented at, making a fool out of myself. My idea of a perfect date, probably just going out for food, or maybe going to the cinema and going for food, coffee, just something where you can have a bit of a chat, but like something that would stimulate the conversation as well. My celebrity crush is Jonathan Bailey, who plays Anthony Bridgerton. Patrick Dempsey, who plays obviously Derek Shepherd, and Chris Hemsworth. A photo of myself. Yeah, it's fun. My favourite kind of vlogs, it says blog, but this was made in like 2010. Just day in the life vlogs, probably out shopping, out doing something. I love the Nacy Fams vlogs, but back in the day, Zoella's vlogs when she used to go into the lanes in Brighton and stuff, you can't beat it. Number of kits I want, 2 or 3. So obviously sometimes you could have like 1, and then it could end up being triplets or twins, but ideally 2. Do I smoke or drink? I do not smoke, I do not vape or anything like that. I occasionally drink, but it's only cocktails, so they're not strong. It's not as if I'm drinking like Jack Daniels, whiskey, rum, tequila, vodka, whatever, cocktails, and they're like made for teenage girls or girls who are lightweights. So yeah. Any question I'd like? Goodness, I need to come up with one. Pressure. Dream girls holiday destination. This was answered in the Bestie Q&A, but I really want to go to Disneyland Paris with Neve at some point, because if you fly with EasyJet or Ryanair, you stay in a sort of 2-star, 3-star hotel, and the public transport probably isn't that expensive, so that's one place. We also want to go to, where was it? We could go to Ireland somewhere. Eventually, when we've both got like proper jobs and things like that, we want to go to America, so like Texas or somewhere. We both want to go to Greece as well. This is what I mean by us being in sync. Like, we know that we both sort of have the same vision of where we would like to go on holiday or things like that. And she's going to be that friend also that is the auntie to my children, because I don't have any siblings. So basically she's like a sister. So yeah, we have the same vision. We can read each other's minds. She had presents added to her wish list. I bought them, not knowing that she had that. Just in sync in general. So yes, that is the 50 facts about me and an insight into me and Neve's friendship as always. If you did enjoy this video, then give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you next week with another video.